So hello, beautiful tribe, and welcome to Magic Month of December. I can't believe we have made it to the last month of the year. I would be so grateful to those of you listening live if you could use the chat to let me know that you can hear and that the technology is working. And I also really like my webinars to be co-creative, so please use the chat box to co-create this webinar with me. Ask questions, share your own guidance and insights, and I'm glad the technology is working, and thank you all for coming live. If you haven't met me before, then my name is Karila, and I am from the Starlight Temple. And Magic Month is a webinar that I have been running for years, which gives you like an energy forecast for the month ahead. It uses astrology and channeled guidance and what's going on in nature and all sorts of things, so that we can get a forecast for the month ahead and use that forecast to know the best times to manifest, to know the best times to be in ceremony, to understand what processes we are going through so that we can live in greater alignment with ourselves and life and the cosmos. And I will say that the energy of December 2022 is really so special. You know, I've been tuning into it and just feeling this incredible amount of light and love, and I feel like if you surrender, if you allow yourself to give yourself totally to this month, it's going to be truly sacred and amazing. And that is because cosmically, astrologically, this month feels so much about love. And there's a lot of light, and there's just such super cool astrology. And so we will go into it, but let's begin with a preparation meditation. And so when you're ready, just allow yourself to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, connect into the infinite space of the inner self. All of our limitations are on the outside of us, and our infinity is inside of us. And I just invite you to hold the intention to connect to the infinite space, the infinite self. Really giving yourself this now. To feel spacious, become quieter, to become stiller. To let your body soften in any places where there is tension. And really allow yourself the permission in this moment, in this now, to be a cosmic being, to be an infinite being. To be peace and pleasure. And everything that is less and peace and pleasure drift away from your awareness. And you feel a column of light from the heart of the universe pouring down into your energy, raising your vibration. As you experience in this column of light that it's flooding you, your aura, stretching out, and being sealed. And white and golden light, so that only love and only light can enter into your energy. And surrounded by the rainbow fires. As you smile into this now, into all of the tribe of people that are gathered, whether they are going to listen in the future or now. As you smile into this, that is the last month of 2022. You let yourself just be. Just listen, trusting that you will receive everything you are meant to receive. Magic month. Really choosing to See what you need to align so that December 2022 is the best month of your year. And smiling at that thought. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming in. And I would love to hear from any of you about how you're doing after that opening meditation. There's some really beautiful frequencies coming in for Magic Month. So it feels like the whole session is going to be a vibration raising extravaganza. And we'll start with the forecast. I'm glad you're feeling beautiful. And so, first bit of astrology is today. Venus is opposite Mars, and some of you will know that I am very, very, very into talking about what happens at the start of the month on Magic Month, because I feel like what happens at the start of the month sets the scene. It's like the clue, the big key to what the month is about. And this is a pattern that I've noticed through holding Magic Month for all of these years. And so Venus, Venus is the planet of love. Like I said, December's all about the evolution of our love. And so Venus, is the first word in the astrology forecast for December. And she is opposite. She also represents our feminine. And she's opposite Mars, but Mars is in retrograde. And as soon as I had this astrology, what I kind of intuitively received was that, December really is about our feminine being opposite our masculine, but our feminine ways being more powerful than our masculine ways, because Venus is not in retrograde and Mars is in retrograde. And so, December is not about action, it's about receiving. December, our vitality in December, it comes from yin processes and yin wisdom, from allowing and from stillness. My guides were saying when I was tuning in that this is there's a lot of potential for 0 point energy this December, which I'm going to get them to channel about at the end of this forecast. And, Mars is in retrograde, and Venus energy, because she's out of bounds, is actually really, really exaggerated. And so the key is to love ourselves in a feminine way, to keep returning to ourselves. And where I feel like the struggles are going to be is when we naturally go into our more masculine energies. And when we do that, we're going to feel not so aligned, not so magical, not so flowful. But when we notice that, we just need to come back into the feminine energies. And it's not because the feminine is better than the masculine. It's actually to help us into this 0 point state, which is what December 2022 is all about. Then, and this I am so excited about, on tomorrow, between tomorrow and the 5th of December, so again the beginning of the month, the sun aligns with Antares, and Antares is one of the royal stars. And forgive me, I never know with astrology if I'm getting the names pronounced right. But this star is the western star of the four royal stars, and this gateway of the sun aligning with Antares is just magical, because the sun in astrology is our truth, and the royal stars are like our worth and our worthiness and our highest potential and our greatest possibility. And so this portal at the start of December, and remember, like, what happens at the start of the month is like the keys, the key codes to the month ahead. And so it means that you know, if you can be in your feminine and then be in the themes of this portal through the whole of the month, you will be living the greatest possible version of the month. You will be aligning with what is in your highest good and your greatest joy. And this gateway is one of the most magnetic, one of the most powerful, one of the most magnificent gateways of the entire year. This star is in the heart of Scorpion, right in the heart chakra of Scorpion. And so what she, and Sagittarius's bow kind of points, the arrow points directly into this star, because this is all about, you know, our direction has to be into the heart of ourselves, into the heart of all that is. And that's what this star is about. And so this star is it can activate our heart chakra, our higher heart chakras, it can unlock the wisdom of our love, and not just our human love, like the love that we are, the truth of our love, especially when the sun is aligning with it, because the sun is truth. And with all the royal stars, there's also, when there's a gateway like this, there's so much potential for like path upgrades and higher self reconnection and soul realignment and vibration raising and connecting to your higher purpose. But what Antares is said to be astrologically is like the star where the souls go to when they leave their bodies. And on the way up to the higher realms, this star is the place where souls rest, so that they remember that they are love, and so that they can just reconnect to how beautiful and sacred and wonderful their life was, and reconnect to their soul and come back in to the beauty of their essence. And when our sun is aligning with this star, we have that opportunity when we're living to reconnect how beautiful our life is, and to remember our love, the love that we are, to amplify who we are and why we're here. And there's that word again, rest. It's like, this is not like proving your love. It's not, it's resting into your love, resting into who you truly are. And what I also feel about this gateway, partly because of the journey that I have been on in the lead up to it personally, is because this star is like the star of the West, and has this connection to death, which is also what the medicine of the West is about in the medicine wheel. Meeting death, facing death. What this gateway also has, if you choose, and everything is, of course, our free will, is to really allow patterns, belief systems, things that belong to our third dimensional selves to die. To die and not, and that means, you know, that they are over, that those patterns do not exist anymore, that you do not operate from them. They are gone. And their death makes space for love, for a different love that isn't that wounded victim patterning love. And because of where the month is going astrologically, which we will get on to, what I feel about this gateway, and I feel this gateway so strongly, is that if you choose to come into meditation with this, if you choose to work with this star's energy flowing through your truth and call it in, you can really invite some of the big healing themes, or even just one of them, to die. You can really allow a living death process, which means that our bodies don't die, but identities that no longer serve us do. In the most beautiful, luxurious way of just resting into completely peaceful death. And that's why I believe in the last kind of few weeks and months, the big wins have come up so strongly. The big things, those wounds that are so entrenched, they're everywhere, you know? And as I'm speaking, I'm like, just invite yourself to think of which wounds have you been working on all year, which have been the big themes of your year. Maybe it's only one. And the guides are gonna talk about this too in at the end of Magic Month. How to connect to this. And so if you feel resonance with this gateway, then I would connect to it, you know, over the 4 days starting tomorrow. And do so in whichever way is right for you. Make an offering every day. Do a prayer every day. Do a healing prayer every day, whatever feels right for you. But just invite this returning to love to happen within yourself. And in enduring this, Neptune goes direct. So if you weren't high enough of the sun in Antares gateway, Neptune, which is, you know, the planet of dream and spiritual direction and spirituality and intuition, comes out of retrograde. So there's now only one planet left in retrograde, and this planet goes direct. And you know, this planet is also unconditional love and creativity and higher choices and higher dreams and spiritual connection and alignment. And when Neptune goes direct, the fog clears and we get clarity. And I believe that if you're working on that wound level in the gateway, it's like the fog of the illusion. Neptune's also about illusion. So the illusions that that wound was creating of unsupportedness, of lack, they get cleared. And the path, which is a new path, opens, because December's got all of this energy that is new. And then on the 7th of December, we have a Gemini full moon. And, you know, as soon as I tuned into this, full moon in Gemini is fiery, it's quite volatile, it's quite a triggery moon. But as soon as I tuned into it, what I kind of saw was it's also a moon that ignites us. It's like a moon that like ignites on our new paths, these things that these new Aquarian ways, more of them gets ignited. At the same time, Mars, because this moon has got really kind of a strong Mars retrograde influence. Once again, the full moon is saying, yes, your path is ignited. But this is not about action, pushing. This is about receiving. Remember, this whole month is like feminine way. Listen to the start of the month. And that is especially true because on the, you know, the full moon is always 3 days long, and on the day after, which is still technically the full moon, on December 8th, Venus crosses the galactic center. And the galactic center, you know, it's the center of the galaxy. And so in a way, it represents our center, our sacred center, our innocence. It's also connected to like the great mystery and the great oneness. And that center is like 0 point. It's also supercharged. And when Venus crosses this, you know, our hearts have an opportunity to come into 0 point. We have this opportunity to really center in our hearts. Such a powerful day to manifest our heart's desire, the Venus crossing the galactic center. Actually, a lot of this month is about manifestation, you know, because it's when we're talking about all of these new paths and blessings and sacred opportunities and upgrades, because it's not in the masculine, it's not about path action, it's about manifestation. And so absolutely amazing day to be meditating, to be asking, to be opening. Any day this month it's amazing to be doing those things. And actually I would recommend really using a practice to get you high vibrational this month, because the higher vibrational, the more high vibe you are, the more you're going to be able to receive these activations. Starlight's running a very simple gratitude challenge. So if you go onto our Instagram or our Facebook, that like every day at 11:11 we're just posting a question that you can answer either just in your head and in your meditation, or you can share it if you want to share it. But it's just to prompt you coming into gratitude. And it's those kind of things, those kind of daily practices that are so great for this month, because this month in a way is also about sustaining, you know, all of these codes and energies and high vibe things we've got to embody. And something like a regular gratitude practice is absolutely fab. And then what we have on December 12th, as we have every year, is the 12/12. So the 12/12 portal. Actually, 12/12 represents love. You know, this is another kind of great big gateway portal of love. And it's also a portal of ascension, higher consciousness, celebration, graduation, coming into higher states of being. Another amazing day to be in ceremony, to be offering, to be saying, I am of service, show me what you want me to do, to be asking to receive the life that gives you the greatest joy, the greatest overflow. Amazing day to be connecting to your higher self and your higher wisdom. And so, yeah, be in ceremony on the 12/12, be in meditation, all of these amazing things. How gloriously yummy is December. It's so like, yeah, light and cosmic and supercharged, which means that the times when you're not in alignment are going to be highlighted. You know, the more we are in these amazing high vibrational energies, the more uncomfortable we are in energies that are not aligned for us. And so part of the feminine way is about getting comfortable. It's about moving out of being uncomfortable and moving into being comfortable. And so you've got to look at those things that are making you uncomfortable, and you've got to change them. And then December 18th to the 20th, so in the run up to the solstice, the sun crosses the galactic center. So first the heart does, first Venus does, and then the sun does. And yeah, you know, the galactic center is the place of the mystery of the universe. It is like the point that is the beginning and the returning. You know, it's the center, and it represents our center, our infinite space that we connected to at the beginning of Magic Month. And when the sun crosses this, you know, our truth, it's coming into that place of origin. It's coming into that place of connection and that place of infinity. And this is another, you know, this is another huge gateway to have this month. And some of you will be feeling the pull of it already. Because if your truth is returning to the place of mystery, this is also a month where so much truth can just unravel, so much that doesn't align anymore, that doesn't make sense anymore, that is no longer true can just unravel. So much that doesn't resonate can just fall away. So much truth that is unknown to you can start to be revealed. And in all of that, there is so much expansion. And really, 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 this month is like, let go into love. Let go into love. Let go into love. That's what the sky is saying. Let go into love. Let go into the unknown and trust that the unknown is love. Let go into love. And especially in that build up to the solstice. The solstice is going to be so big and so bright and so luminous. The day before the solstice, on the 20th, Jupiter is entering Aries. Jupiter is the path of abundance and the planet of path and abundance. And Jupiter entering Aries is the beginning. New paths beginning. This month is a month of cosmic shifts. Do not hold on to the past. The past is literally losing its form. And, you know, Jupiter in Aries is, yeah, it is all about action. It is all about taking courageous, fiery, fierce, graceful warrior moves towards what you really want. It's a great energy for the path. But if we don't do this month, with these deep feminine energies. You know, one of the things that I've been learning through I'm doing a manifesting site on your cycle journey at the moment, and one of the things I've been one of the amazing things is that to come out of the state of release, to come out of the state of healing and really come into that path action, we need the stillness, we need the total yin, because that's actually when our energy stops going outwards and starts receiving. And we need energy for when Jupiter is in Aries. Like, we need to build up our energy supplies and our path codes. And that's what, you know, this month is also about being spacious, so that you can start to receive for this fiery launch, for this new beginning, right before the solstice. And the solstice is going to be so sacred. You know, when I tune into the solstice, all I see is light, like so much light. The solstice is about light, but this solstice is luminous. This solstice, you know, solstices are all about potential. And when I tune in, this solstice is an opportunity to truly light up, to light up from your lineage body, to feel the sun of who you truly are rising from the mystery of that galactic center with new and ancient truth. It is a solstice that is wild, and I absolutely recommend that everybody is in ceremony. These moments, you know, the whole sky has been working towards this solstice this month. These moments, we will get the most of them by being in the ceremony. And then straight after the solstice, or at the end of the solstice gateway, we have the Capricorn super new moon. So a super moon is when the moon is bigger and therefore more magnified in its powers. And, you know, Capricorn is a real determined energy. Super new moon always means that the feminine is even stronger. So, and this, there's an interesting thing. So the last new moon was at 1 degree. This new moon is at 1 degree, and up until March, the moons are at 1 degree. And 1 is like the beginning number. So like this is a time period where it's like begin, go back to the beginning, begin again, start again, begin. Also 1 1 1 1 1 is like awaken, step, wake up. New beginnings, new starts, new cycles. And what's really important to note is that this new moon is deeply connected to Chiron, and Chiron is humanity. Chiron is the wounded healer, the never-ending. Chiron represents the wounded healer, the healer that has wounds that do not get healed until we die. Basically, they're like the never-ending wound. And my feeling is that, you know, what the month is saying is like, yeah, or you can let the wounds die, you know, or you can completely transcend. And that's how your new beginning will happen, when you let go of what the wounds are giving you. When you say, okay, I'm prepared to be unpinned from these things. I'm prepared to begin again, to no longer have them, to no longer breathe them, to no longer live them. Very powerful new moon to be doing healing. Very powerful time, this solstice, galactic sun, Jupiter, ceremony, healing, flow, activation, everything all at once. This is how new beginnings happen. You know, birth is like you're purging and you're hallucinating, like everything all at once is what it is all about. Because then on the same day as the super moon, Chiron's going direct. And so it's a really powerful time to be thinking back to July. What have you been healing since July? Because that's when Chiron went into retrograde. And so a healing journey is coming to completion. That's why it's feeling like it's coming to crescendo. And all of these pieces, you know, what you want to take into the gateway at the start of the month is the journey you've been on in July. Make sense of it now, because it's coming to completion, and it's because of everything else that's going on cosmically and energy wise. It is an actual completion. We don't get many of those in terms of Chiron, but this one we do. And the other thing my guide said is like, hold space around this new moon, and in fact the whole month. You know, beginnings, there's a lot of space. There isn't a lot of evidence. There's a lot of space. And so, and because there's a lot of 0 point energy around, we got to hold the space and hold the faith in the space so that it can fill with the new. That's part of what we're meant to be doing for ourselves and for our lives at this time. And then the final piece of astrology is on the 29th, Mercury goes retrograde. So just at the end of the year, there's one final feminine turn of go in, listen to your truth just being through this crazy cosmic alignment, rebirth, galactic center, Chiron, death and rebirth. Tune in. Who are you? Who are you? Because I promise you, if you let these cosmic energies and these ascension energies that are literally just like every time I'm tuning into these cosmic gateways, there's all these light codes and amazing things happening. If you allow yourself to receive all of this, if you allow all of this to go through, the person that you are today listening to this is not going to be the same person that is there on the 29th of December. It is a month of rebirthing, rewilding, renewing. It's a month of renewal. And renewal on such deep, karmic, cosmic, akashic, ancestral levels of the self. The more you can be in ceremony, the more you can be in meditation, the more you can be living love, moment to moment. Remember, love is space, love is slow, love is stillness. Living your self-love is living your alignment, being true to you. The more opportunities that you can take to plug your light body in, the more you're going to benefit. And honestly, like, the energy is so beautiful. I hope you're going to be able to feel some of it by the end of this. I hope you can already feel it. And I'm not promising that it's going to be easy. These energies are too big. The shift potential is too big. But how gracefully you take it, that's up to you. Whether you love it, whether you receive it, that's up to you. But resisting it is always going to make it harder. The thing that my guides are saying to me is radical letting go. If you think you've let go of a lot, radical letting go now. Whole chunks of your path and life spinning away from you, not in alignment, new stuff coming in. Can you love the space? Can you let go? Can you surrender? So it's epic. It's beautiful. It's going to be amazing. I'm obviously going to let the guys talk about the 0 point and everything like that. I'm going to pull a card of the month. Starlight has lots of amazing offerings to tell you about. What do we have? So Starlight, if you go to our website and sign up to our newsletter, we're doing loads of feminine stuff this month because of manifesting on your cycle. In terms of stuff that's related to December, because manifesting on your cycle starts in January, the solstice, we are doing a journey to Avebury, which is all about the heart. And actually, I didn't realize that how relevant that is to this forecast, because I channeled Avebury's description before I knew the forecast. It's about lighting up your heart, and literally my guides just say it's about peace and pleasure. And there's all these amazing Lemurian energies and Lemurian guides supporting this journey, and it just, when I tune into it, it's just like liquid love and liquid light, and learning to become more of your peace and more of your pleasure in this beautiful ceremonial journey of service. It really, there's so many amazing offerings on this one, like sound bath and medicines every day, and and more it's the energy. Like, I'm just like, this is gonna be amazing. We're gonna be literally illuminating from the inside, and it feels, when I tune into it, like it's gonna be an entering into a dimension that just looks like Northern Lights. And being there and learning from there, and being in ceremony from that place inside ourselves, and of course with the stones, and learning to embody it in ceremony, in service. There's a 3-day, there's a 1-day option. If you are getting tingles to be there, then follow those tingles, because honestly, it's such, I've tuned into Avebury land work many, many times, and this one is exquisite. Our energies are exquisite. It's going to be so special. And so that is happening. For those of you that are local to Brighton, on the first day of the year, me and Grazia from Brighton Curtain are doing a cacao, curtain and fire ceremony day to start the year. In ceremony, we started the year in ceremony last year, and it was like the best thing I did for myself. Like, starting your year in ceremony is just wicked. And this is all about like getting past signs from the earth, receiving blessings from Lakshmi, opening your heart to those new paths that in this dreamy December are going to be born. And with all of these, you can click the links and find out more. Online, like I said, there's lots of webinars on womb wisdom and stuff coming up that are free, because I am so excited to talk about manifesting on your cycle, which is our big course to start the year, which is really a course to learn how to use your feminine cycle to create and to manifest. And we ran it last year, and it's embodying within me now. And just every day I'm like, oh my gosh, this course is so amazing. The wisdom that comes from it is so amazing. Every day I'm getting downloads. So actually there's loads of content that wasn't in it last year. Like there's going to be loads of new lives and new information, because last year was the foundation. And now all of this amazing new stuff is coming through that's about the nuances and the details and how to like literally master your creative energy. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's got such amazing energy to it, and it's starting at the beginning of January because it's time for us to start creating the new earth. So click the link and find out more about that. Oh, thank you, Andrea. That's so sweet of you to say. And actually, so a few people said manifesting on their cycle is the best course they've done. And for me, it's like, I just cannot imagine not having the wisdom that I got from that course. It's like your life is so much easier because you know how to manifest on your cycle. And come along. Like I said, there's free webinars, and coming to those things is just going to connect you into this feminine energy that we've all got to learn how to do, because we can't push anymore. We have to receive. And then if you want other stuff, of course, everybody should know. Final thing, the Starlight Sanctuary. If you haven't heard of it, it's Starlight's subscription service, and it's wicked. And really, Starlight Sanctuary is like extended magic month. So, for example, on Sunday, we're going to be connecting with a Q&A in spirit to the Antares Gateway. As an example, like whatever Magic Month talks about becomes what we do in the sanctuary, because the sanctuary is all about presence and supporting paths and being now. And so and then the card I've pulled, and these cards are so beautiful, is you are unfolding. And that's absolutely what I feel like this month is about. It's about unfolding. If you push, it's not going to work. This is a totally tantric, unfolding, beautiful blessing of a month. And so just want to find the you are unfolding, changing and transforming, blossoming and withering just like the flowers. All of nature is expanding and contracting constantly, an endless cycle of death and rebirth. We often get so caught up focusing on our goals and destinations that we dismiss the beauty of our growing process, often bypassing or resisting our natural cycles of creation. I promise you, I did not fake these cards. You are naturally healing always. You are always growing in your own rhythm according to the natural flow of divine timing. There is nothing you have to do except trust this process, allowing yourself to unfold, to die, to be reborn again and again, and to remain open and trusting as you move through your cycles. A flower doesn't force its blooming or resist its death come winter. It simply blooms and dies and blooms again. There are changes happening inside you now that may feel challenging or uncomfortable. There may be deep sheddings of old identities, beliefs, habits, ways of being, perhaps even jobs, relationships, or locations, ready to depart from your life. Trust what is past, its expiration, and allow your healing to happen. This card is a message to be fluid like nature. Wherever you are in your growing process is exactly where you are meant to be in this moment. Trust your unfolding. Could you get a more perfect card? Didn't the card just say everything I've just said on Magic Month? Like, yes, listen to the cards, or listen to me, or listen to the guides. Mostly listen to yourself, though. And so, final thing I would say, we're also going to do, it's not up on the website, but sign up to the website. We're going to do Held in Prayer to bless the new year. Like I said, it's not up on the website yet, but it will be. So sign up, because 23 needs prayers, needs blessings, needs us to be in our best. And so I'm going to just allow whatever guidance wants to come through, particularly about this Antares gateway and the 0 point. Children of Gaia, children of the golden age, this month of December 22 and the months leading up to the equinox are gateways. They are step, 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 accelerate, accelerate, accelerate your ascension. And this happens just like a hot air balloon when you let go of the sand bags, when you throw the sandbags over the edge. And what are the sandbags in this analogy? They are the old DNA. And so, yes, this invitation to die is not just an invitation for you to have a belief system pattern death. But for this to happen on behalf of your ancestral line, on behalf of your DNA lineages, and as has been guided, we invite you to work with the wounds, the patterns, those that you have already worked with in the second half of this year. For those are what are ready to be released. Those are what are ready to be thrown over the edge, to be completely let go of, not just by you, but by your DNA, for your DNA is in a state of ascension. And we say, how do you find this? Our advice is you make your hand into a fist. And you tap on the center of your heart. For about 5 minutes, tapping gently, asking, what am I ready to completely let go of? Meditating upon your year and understand that this pattern that you are ready to completely release, it is a pattern that is a way that you have loved, and coming into this perspective of a way that you have been receiving or not receiving, giving through imbalance, loving in a way that is less than the love that you truly are. And this tapping will bring up first the feelings and then the insights. We say, if you would like to connect to this gateway with the intention for this death, a meditation is simply to tap, 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 tap. Releasing the heart and connecting to the energies of the gateway until you experience the 0 point state. And what is the 0 point state? It is the state where you lose your sense of identity, where you experience beginning and ending happening simultaneously, where you experience only infinity and nothingness. Your inner galactic center, so to speak. And when you feel this state, which is similar to what you felt in the opening meditation, then you stop tapping and you let go into love. No longer needing to heal in order to achieve. No longer needing yourself to change in order to ascend. Simply letting go into love now. You can invoke and ask for this gateway to assist you with this. If you like, you can call in the grandparents, or fire, earth, air, and water, or the great-grandparents, love, light, matter, and mystery, so that you heal on the most ancient levels of yourself, so that you die and rebirth on the DNA levels of yourself and the soul levels. If you choose to work with a medicine, we recommend a medicine of the heart, such as cacao or rose and cacao combined. For death is letting go into love. This is true death, and this. Intention to let go into love in your own hearts will allow these patterns of the unloved self to truly and fully die within this gateway. The tapping is the release of that which needs to come up and out. And after the tapping, we recommend that you stroke your heart, activating after release the receptivity of this higher love and higher light that is available to you through all of the sacred cosmic alignments and portals. We say to you, take the time to notice the frequencies that surround you, to be in gratitude, in welcoming. Take the time to love your life now, to be in stillness and appreciation. All of these practices activate your receptivity. And the more you can receive, the more accelerated your ascension process will be. We transmit golden love into your heart centers now. And we send you love. We send you light. We ascend with you. Noticing how you're feeling. As you experience a violet flame coming through your energy, transmuting all energy that does not serve or belong into love and into light. It is ready to be transmuted. A golden rain shower of light coming down, taking any energy that is meant to go to the earth, and a big beam of source light coming in, taking any energy that is meant to go somewhere else, wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. And the theme, I would say, that's come through this magic month The key medicine for December is allowing. So I invite you to be in allowance and be in flow. And I thank you all so much for listening. I send you all so much love, and I really hope you have the brightest, best, most magical December. May it be the best month of 2022 and lead you into a glorious 2023. So much love to you.